Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Saturday Night's Messages of Love from Above. Before we get into the readings, I do want to send love out to the world. And I did this morning and I loved the energy. We've got this beautiful singing bowl, um, so Tibetan singing bowl that actually even says made in Nepal on the bottom. uh, but it brings in energy, they believed long ago, before science has proven it, that we are made up of energy. And if we have lower vibrational energies, it actually puts pockets of negative or lower vibrational energy, which is where disease and disease and stuff comes from. So they designed and developed singing bowls to help the vibration come back and balance it back to the light, to the higher vibration. So that's what we're going to start off doing, and sending love out to the world as we do it. So if you'd like to join me, whether you're watching live or on replay, we can join together and send this love out to the world, raising the vibration of the planet higher and higher. So hopefully this isn't too loud. I didn't listen to what it sounded like, so watch your ears just in case. And if you yourself are in need of unconditional love energy right now, for your mind, your heart, your body, for a loved one, for a relationship, a situation, whatever it may be, we send this vibration to you too. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me and doing that. It will continue going here for a minute. It goes and goes and goes. Beautiful energy. I'm so blessed to have found that once upon a time. All right. And before we get into the actual readings, I like to make sure everyone knows every Monday I do have a giveaway where I give away at least one personal recorded reading. Tuesdays, I'll put out a video announcing what I'm giving away, how you can get into the reading drawings, and any other giveaway news. And here is the video. There's going to be a special giveaway added into the regular one, and it has to do with watching, liking, and commenting on my Take 10 with Zen that I just recently started doing about 5 or 6 weeks ago. So be sure to check out the video if you're interested in getting into the drawing. And then also for the month of July, we've got Crazy Zen's summer sale. For the month of July, I have 50% off my Hedges of Peace and Love, and then also half off of my personal recorded readings. So if you've been wanting to get one of your own, um, now's the month to do it. I normally don't have them half off. I think this is the first time I've ever done it. But you can see, like, a 15-minute usually is $10. It's only 5. 30-minute used to be 20. For this month, it's 10. For a 45-minute, it's $20. And for an hour, it's normally 60. It's at half price at 30. So if you're interested, all that information's in the description box of the video, how you can book a reading. Here, I'll post it anyway, just for ease of use if you are interested. And you can click on those other links to find out more about what a hedge is and what's included in those personal readings. And then each week I put out at least one pick a card reading. This last week had to do with how can I transform my anger. The week before that was transforming sadness. So they're on this role of transforming lower vibrational emotions into higher vibrational emotions. Not that there's anything wrong with feeling lower ones. We come here to experience it. But when we're ready, when we're bored with it, ready to ride a different ride, they offer this for you as well. And then, like I mentioned, the new Take 10 with Zen came out yesterday. That was episode 6. The last 3 we've been talking about fate, and these are 10-minute videos, 10 minutes or less, that talk about connecting to spirit world, understanding ourselves more deeply of the powerful being we are, and I also answer questions from my subscribers. So if you're interested in any of those, you can check them out. They are all listed there. All right. So I think that is all the blah, blah, blah. So let's get into the readings. Let me just take a quick screenshot here. Sometimes uh, YouTube has been having comments disappear when we go to launch them into the pop out. So we don't want that to happen. So we do that, and then I'll get the desktop set up and we will get in to the readings. All right. Change that, change this, change that. All right. Well, it looks like they saved. So, yay. All right. Scroll that there and move that over. Okay, we are set. So, if you are new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome. First of all, I got a great group of people here who have huge hearts, great senses of humor. So, welcome to the Soul Family. The free readings, how they work, I do go down in order, first come, first serve, down the chat. The chat is the list. There's no special list. All you have to do is put your question. And if you don't want to put your business out there, you could just ask for a general reading or guidance. Spirit knows what you want, and that's the most important thing. And we'll pull cards for that. If anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange and I prioritize those readings. I step out of the free readings, dive deeper into those as well. And then once I'm done, I return back to the free readings and continue down the list. I'm usually on for a couple hours. And I try to get through as many free readings as I can. But if you do want to donate, you can donate whatever amount you want. There's no set amount because I know everyone's finances vary from day to day, person to person, country to country. I even say planet to planet because I don't want to exclude aliens. Come on in. And so whatever you feel like giving, I understand. I honor that. And to donate, you can use the super chat down below, or the in the pinned comment at the top and the description box of the video. I do have my Venmo, my Cash App, my PayPal, and my Square. So however you want to do that. So boom shakalaka. I will be using the Good Tarot once again this evening. I really like these by Colette Baron Reed. And we'll get started. I do have a donation. So thank you so much. Love1234. Hey. And so we will start with you and then we will get into the free readings. Unless there's any other donations, of course. All right. So, love 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 questions. So let's go. Let's get into it here. All right. Oh, all right. I think you'll be walking on sunshine. I hear that song playing in my head. Starting to feel good. Yeah. All right. And then number 2, the newer manager. Okay. Right? And then, okay, Mamacita, these came out. And number 4. All right. So let's take a look here. I like it. Because, of course, you have 8 of water, which is leaving behind emotions that no longer serve, and here you go, headed off into your dreams come true. What a perfect card to represent it. It's like, yeah, I have to leave behind some people, some emotions and stuff. And there might be a little bit of a, oh, un it's like unexpected, like little sorrow emotions, like, oh, I'm gonna miss some of these people. But then you have the magician card too. But you're headed off to the Nine of Cups, heading off to wish fulfillment. So it's gonna be see ya. And the magician is moving forward. You're feeling like you're manifesting, you feel like you're headed out into this new adventure, and you feel like you're creating magic. And so you feel like empowered through it as well. And I feel like I laughed because of course, you have the Knight of Pentacles, which is the slowest moving knight. It's like the last day, uh, and I'm sure everyone can relate to it. If you ever have given notice and it's your last day of work, you're just like, "God, can I just go home early? Can you just let me off? What are you gonna do, fire me?" So, I feel like it's like you feel like it's the longest day ever, but you're excited for it too. So, it doesn't feel drama free. I just feel like you know, you're it's like I said, you feel magical. You're like, "I feel empowered. I'm stepping forward into my destiny. I'm manifesting it." So I like it. Um, right? Oh, that's Felicia. Hey, yeah, thank you for liking. And then number 2, are they gonna be a good reference? I don't know if they're gonna be there either. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. I feel like your energy is what it makes it. That's what the magician is. Whatever you focus on in is what happens, right? So if you're like, "Oh, it's gonna be dramatic, it's gonna be this, it's gonna be this," well, welcome, look what you're bringing in, right? But if you're like, "You know what? They're gonna understand, it's gonna be a great day, I'm gonna say goodbye to people, I'm gonna hardly work at all, I'm gonna close out things, and here we go," right? Yeah. Yeah, well, we have the Tower card, which is, endings, and, we have endings and beginnings here. The 10 of Swords, which is releasing of expectations and fears and, all that, and, um, the Tower card is, being moved out, things unfolding for you. I don't know if they're gonna be there. I feel like there's a lot of endings and beginnings happening here. So they might be given notice before you do. But I'm not, I feel like that, if they are still there, which I don't feel like they're gonna be there much longer after you have left, because of these, there's a sudden movement out, and, there's this again, 10 is endings and new beginnings too. But, I feel like, they will as long as they're there, but I don't feel like they're gonna be there that much longer. It just feels like, um, I'd be surprised if they're still there when you leave, just by the energy that's there. It's like, whoosh, 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 like they found something better, and you never know. Maybe they give their notice and they go, "Hey, I'm not supposed to tell you this, but this is where I'm going if you're interested." Uh, that's too funny. All right, and then Mama, let's look at number 3 here. Oh, of course. Of course. So she sees you here. There's this balance here. She sees you on one side as this deep, emotional, loving person, and then on the other hand, she also sees you as this firecracker, this go 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 energy. So you dive deep into emotion, but you're also fiery. So she sees you as bipolar. No, I'm just kidding, that's just a joke. But she sees you balanced, that with the Two of Pentacles here. So she does see you as balanced in between these two things, and you know when to be fire, you know when to be water. And so I like this. So there's this great energy that comes in here. So, you know, she just sees you as like, I don't know, as like her little Gemini in a way. Because, we always say too, when how do people view us? We're a mirror. So if she sees you as bipolar, then what does that tell tell us about her? Ooh. So I like it. But she sees you as a firecracker, and I like that. Firecracker, but then also like it is, you know when to start a fire, you know when to put fires out with water, right? So she likes that you're balanced though, between them. So that's cool. And then number 4, um yeah, we've got here's them flowing through the 8 of swords, which is moving beyond their own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that bind them, and make them feel trapped, right? So this is what they're going through. This is showing like, oh, you mean this phase? Yeah, that phase, the one that they're going, releasing fears, getting out of their head, moving forward. And I feel like they're with here's you, the queen of fire, and the 2 of wands. And I feel like this what they're saying here is there isn't anything that should ask of him that you wouldn't ask of yourself. So I feel like this is the energy. It's you own the energy, you own your world. And so whatever you would ask of them, you would need to ask of yourself. There's no needs, but you really are asking it of yourself because you're looking in the mirror. So whatever you would ask of them is really what you're asking of yourself. So there is this it's amazing freedom that comes in when you don't need anyone for anything. What? I know it goes such against our the grain of what we're taught. We don't need anyone. We're taught we need everyone, but we want them, right? But we don't need them. We want interactions, but we truly don't need anyone to do anything or be anything for us once we're of age, right? Of course, when we're toddlers or babies, if we don't get attention and be fed and everything, we will die. But once we're old enough to care for ourselves, we're old enough to care for ourselves. Then we care for ourselves, we fill up, and then we care for others. But it's not needed, but it's wanted, right? And there's a difference there. Yeah, exactly. And that's freedom. Freedom. Say, or you can be imprisoned in a cage. I can keep you in a cage, hanging from my ceiling. Is that what you want? Well, I'd feel better. I'd feel like I was wanted. I'll give you a cracker every day. But that's what they have for you, love 1, 2, 3, 4. So I like it. So many, many blessings to you. And actually, I do want to pull one more card for you. I'm pulling this from the well-being cards from what are these? The Teachings of Abraham. If you've ever heard of Esther Hicks, she channels this entity called Abraham, and wonderful, wonderful wisdom. She's been doing it, I think, for decades, and it's wonderful wisdom. But these are cards that share some of the wisdom. We'll take a look here. Let's see what we have here. So we've got here this beautiful flower, and that says, every emotion I feel is guidance from my adoring inner being. I'll let you see this and then I'll read it. There it goes. And that says, because my inner being offers a strong and steady vibrational signal, I can always feel my allowance or resistance to that signal. The better I feel, the more aligned I am. The worse I feel, the more out of alignment I am. And as I reach for good feeling emotions, I am in alignment with the signal of my source. I like it. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that wise? That is wise, wise. Just gonna put that under there. All right. So that is what they have for you. So many blessings to you. Yeah, I heard of her, but then um, Hay House had a sale. I know they had like half off on cards and free shipping over a certain dollar amount, and um, I got 3 of her decks because they were like $10 each, and they're amazing. I've been using them in my personal readings, and I today they were like, "Bring him in today's reading," so think I'm gonna make him a regular part of these for a while. Alright, so that is what they have for you. I call them spiritual purchases because Spirit wanted me to purchase those. Alright. So that is what we have. So we will start up at the top, with the first free reading is Anya Ahuya. And will you bump into the Taurus in person anytime soon? Let's take a look here and see. What does Spirit want you to know, Anya? With current energies in the future, will you bump into this Taurus? I don't feel like you are here. The Tower card feels like they've been bounced way out of your life. Kapoom! And to make room. So I don't feel like that your paths cross. The 3 of water here, I feel joy, celebration. I feel like you have this tribe, like at least a couple people that like best friends coming together, and I feel like this distracts you and takes you off in a different journey here. I don't feel like that you're going to bump into them. I feel like this has been moved on, and then you have the space here. This isn't romance, but this is joy and celebration, and like I said, a gathering of a small tribe, maybe a couple people, maybe 3 or 4, but it's people that get you and you get them, and you don't have to explain yourself. You just get each other and you support one another. It's like at least two, at the very least, two best friends. It's like this energy comes in. Which is great because best friends are with us forever. Boyfriends, girlfriends, even spouses, they come and they go. But best friends are with us through thick and thin, right? And these are the kind of people, I feel at least 2 that are coming into your life, if they're not already in your life. So that is what they have for you, Anya. So many blessings to you. All right. And then divinely protected, you're up next. And you want to know what is God trying to show you? And Oracle card from deck 1, absolutely. And that is one of your favorite decks, the Psychic Tarot. So let's take a look here. And let's see, what does the Creator want to show you? What does the Creator want to show you? Wow. The crown chakra. They want to get they want to show you the relationship that they want with you. The first thing that came into my mind that they, brought in as soon as I saw that was, I just want to show you how much I love you. And that's pretty powerful. Yeah, because the crown chakra, of course, is the violet, which you've been talking about, the violet flame. It's the Om sound, which is all over here. All those are Om symbols. It's the element of thought, it's the pineal gland, and it is the keywords of I know. And it's located on the top of our head, up here, of course. And it's been called the thousand petaled lotus or the receiver of the light. And this chakra is the center of your link with the universe, the infinite, and your higher consciousness. It's the connection between wisdom and spiritual insight. And the crown center is the area where ethereal light and energy are received and then dispersed through your aura for total well being. To balance this chakra, you might find that meditation, breath work, yoga, spiritual healing, acupuncture, and color therapy work best. When properly aligned, your crown chakra will expand to a point where it's possible to access and tap into the deepest sources of wisdom, of course. But I feel like the biggest thing they're wanting you to know, they just want you to have this knowing that you are unconditionally loved by them, eternally loved by them. And there is this, um, that's what else do you need? Uh, you have the unconditional love of the creator, and that's what they're asking. They want to show you their love, and then there's like this question of humanity is what more do we need? When we have that love inside us, when we feel and can connect to the unconditional eternal love that the creator has for us, what else is there, right? What else is there? And I feel like that's their message for you. That's what they're trying to show you is you have everything you need right now inside of you. There's nothing more that you need to become. There's nothing more you need to achieve or do. You're perfect right now. Everything you do is just extra, it's just experience. You are a perfect mountain, and you've come down as a little being to walk around this perfect mountain of you to discover more about who you are. You don't have to become anything else. You already are perfection. It's just you're on a journey seeing different points of view of who you are. So, I love that. That's beautiful. And that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you, divinely protected. I'm glad you asked that question. I love the energy I'm feeling right now. Yeah, right? I almost, it feels so good. I almost want to cry, you know? And it's beautiful. It's just like you just want to sit in it. You just want to sit in that love. It's just beautiful. So thank you. Thank you for asking that question. All right. So, Dijona, you are up next, and you want to know whatever else comes out for you. What does Spirit want you to know right now? Hmm. All right. Wow. So, you got the star card, which is wish upon a star. Dreams come true. And 7 plus 1 is 8, too. And you got the 8 of fire, which is a lot about movement and passion. And it's like discovering what your real wish is um, allows you to have passion and pour the energy into it. And I feel like you're trying to really discover what this is. The star card also represents your higher self, and the 8 of wands here also represents that these are all the orbs around you, all of your spiritual entourage that are bringing in messages for you too. So there is this draw here to listen to the spiritual world, really spend time connecting with your higher self and looking for messages in the outside world, you know, whether it's bumper stickers or license plates or signs on the road or overhearing someone's conversation, some junk mail you get, it's like messages will be there, or in butterflies and dragonflies and, whatever things that get your attention. You're like, okay, this is like the 15th dragonfly I've seen today. What's happening here? Also, you'll get messages just dropped into your brain, like, especially if you have a loved one who's passed and you suddenly just have this memory of them out of nowhere. That's them probably licking their finger before they touch the memory because they joke like that. Psh, just so you know that they've always been by your side, but they're reminding you that they are there and you're not alone. And you might also get a flood of emotional energy, which is them too. So a lot of messages coming in for you, helping you, guiding you on that path towards that wish that's truly your higher heart's wish to come true, that of uniquely sharing the love in your heart with the world in your own unique way. So I like that for you, Dajona, and that's what they have. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Felicia Feng, hello, hello. Good to see you. And you want to know what is unexpected that will happen to you soon. All right. Dun, dun, dun. Let's take a look here and see what does Spirit have for you here. What is the unexpected? All right. I like this because the 5 of fire can represent like energy that feels like conflicting energy. It can be like you know, fearful type of conflict that turns and transforms into something that brings brand new opportunities in. And I like this. It's something that I feel that will it feels like a conflict, like maybe and I don't feel like you often um get hot under the collar, meaning that you get passionate about something where you're like, "But I wanna da 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 da," and you're like, "I'm sorry," but it really makes an impression on someone with this confrontation that happens, and it creates change. It creates an opportunity that comes out of nowhere that you're like, "Oh, I thought it was totally gonna go the other direction because, I thought I messed it up for myself," but in actuality you stood out and it helped there. So I like it. I don't know what area this is. If it's job that you're looking for, I feel like how you shared something passionately um, has made you stand out, and it's going to come out of nowhere. And you're like, really? I thought like an interview. I thought I blew the interview, and they're like, we liked your passion around this, and we know where you're coming from, kind of thing. So I like it for you. And that's what's coming in for you, Felicia, right now. So many blessings to you. All right. And then happy Bill. You are the next free reading coming up here. Oh, it is a job. There you go. Boom. You are very welcome, Felicia. Many blessings to you. All right. I'm just going to take a sip here. All right. So, happy pill. You want to know your life destiny with respect to career and personal life. All right, let's see what they want you to know. I know we wish like a scroll would fall from the heavens to tell us what is it? What is it that I'm supposed to do with my life? Can't you just give me directions and tell me where I go sign up? But so much of the this life is a scavenger hunt. On the other side, we don't get to discover. We don't get to travel from point A to point B. We are at point A and we wonder, I wonder what it's like at point B, and we're there. There's no walking to it. Um, there's no discovering. We want to know something, boom, we know it. Here, though, on this plane, we get to experience the scavenger hunt that takes us all over the place looking on this adventure. And that's kind of what they're saying here, because you've got the Hanged Man, which is about seeing things from a different perspective, seeing things from your higher self, your high heart. I mean, you've got the 12 here. 1 plus 2 is 3. Got the 3 of water, 3 of cups. This is joy. This is celebration. What makes your heart sing? What brings joy to you? What makes your heart feel whole? Do that. You know, there's this quote from Rumi that I wrote down because it just was so fitting. It says, "Your heart knows the way. So run in that direction." That's what Rumi says. And I agree. That's what these cards are saying is your heart knows the direction. So follow your heart. What makes it sing? What makes it feel full? Do that. That's what helps you feel more full, not the mind of the supposed to, should, need to, have to, must, where we wake up going, oh, crud, I got to go live my dream today. This is about what is your passion, what connecting to your true self here. And if there's been some delays, it's been happening for you to transform your life and look at it that way. This can um, kind of be like connecting to your higher self. And the three of water, the three of cups here, does represent your spiritual posse, your spiritual entourage, your guardian angel and angels and spirit guides and loved ones on the other side, your ancestors, whole slew of beings of unconditional love and light that are there to guide you. You can ask them for support. You can ask them for answers and guidance. They won't meddle in our lives, honoring our power of choice and free will. But if we ask of our own free will for their help and guidance, they will give it to us. So I feel like that's what they're saying for you at Happy Pill. So that is what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. And we'll continue moving down the list here. All right. And so, Magician, you are up next. So, what upcoming blessings would Spirit like you to know? Let's see here. All right. I like this. You've kind of have like two separate things that intertwine, though, because you've got the Queen of Water, the Queen of Cups, which rolls over water. All the queens are given a second portion of water. So, she is the master of emotion, which a lot like the high priestess allows her to dive deep into her emotions, but also connect to the spirit world and trust your gut, trust your instincts. And I feel like you're getting like an upgrade in your spiritual abilities. It's like it's something's opening up within you because of astrology opening up, the planets are in alignment, but also I feel like you've been doing some inner work with some release that also allows some energy to come in. And it guides you here towards this direction. The full card is the first card in the major arcana being zero, right? The last card in the major arcana is the world card, which is endings and new beginnings. And this full card is a new beginning. It's a new adventure that opens up, but it's an adventure that's free of all the cage of supposed to, should be, need to be, have to be, must. It's something that feels so free, so open, where it feels like an adventure rather than like work. It feels like you're able to explore and experience something without trying to control it. And I like it. I feel like you're really following your intuition. And I feel like that's where it feels different. Whereas before you'd be like making decisions with your brain, but now I feel like you're making decisions with your intuition and your emotions. You're trusting that. You're going from a thinker to a feeler in making decisions, at least in this area, whatever this new journey is. So I like it. It is a blessing. It feels so free. It feels so empowering. And I like where this energy is taking you. So that's what they have right now for you, Magician. So many blessings to you. All right. And Julia, you are up next. Hello, hello. And let's see what, whoa. Okay. Can you expect for the rest of July in love? Yeah, I guess these are your cards. All right. Yeah, a lot of thinking. You definitely have a lot of thinking here. So you got three air cards that came flying out of the deck. I like that it starts off here. This was off by itself. These two came out together. This one was off by itself. Seven of air. Seven of air is becoming aware of our own thoughts and beliefs that have deceived us, that have cheated us out of opportunities. Deceit, deceit, deceit. And that's why we saw deceit in the outside world. So, really releasing some old thoughts and beliefs that no longer serve us about how deceitful people can be, because really what we're saying is when I look in the mirror of people I see deceit, and it's like, oh, what thoughts and beliefs and mindsets do I have around love that I can still let go of, right? Because you do have peace of mind here with the four of swords, which is, of course, they sleep on the ace of swords, and it allows them that's what is bringing them peace of mind, because usually the three swords of expectations and heartache and heartbreak and disappointment are on the wall as a reminder that we have control over it with this ace of swords. that the Queen of Swords has. She's able to slice away those old fears, those, fears of rejection, those fears of failure, those, fears of being deceived, uh, um, of, all those wonderful, delicious fears that we get to experience, right? As we connect to the higher love, right? We realize I have all the love I need within me. So the outside love is above and beyond extra anyway. That's one of our big deceits is that we're told, oh, I have to find love out there to feel full and complete, which really we don't, right? Which is a great card with the Queen of Swords because she balances um, the mind with the heart because all the queens are given a second portion of water, which of course is emotion. And here is the thinking, 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 right? So, what a beautiful card, though. I just really love that. Very serene, all these beautiful blues. Even amongst all, it feels very calm. But I feel like it's whatever is remaining here, anything around love that comes up, any questions we have around love and concerns and fears or triggers, just asking us to look at them because in allowing them to come forward and for us to um, analyze them, witness them, observe them, where we get to be freed from them as well. So I feel like that's what for the rest of July is looking at, oh, in our minds, yay. But that's what they have for you, Julia. So I like it. So many, many blessings to you. All right. And Mia, Mia, hello, hello. Hello, dear Mia. So, what are the true feelings and thoughts of your past friend Simona for you? Ended your friendship years ago. Yeah, absolutely. You're very welcome. Um, so we'll look at what her perception of her feelings were, because our true feelings, of course, for people. We never have true feelings and thoughts. We don't know what they truly are because we never really. I love it. Byron Katie's coming to my brain. She's wonderful. If you ever have a chance to check out her YouTube channel or her website, thework.com, but it's BYRON and then KATIE. She's got a great YouTube channel. But um, she says that because we're so stuck in our thoughts and our beliefs and our mindsets, and we're so conditioned growing up that we don't truly know people. We just know our perception of who we think they are. And once we get out of our own thoughts and get out of our own head and we get into our heart, seeing them from a higher place, that's when we truly get to know someone. We get to see them truly for who they are. So their true feelings and thoughts. I love that you use the word true because that's what brought all this on, right? So we're gonna see what feelings and thoughts she had, but the true feelings and thoughts, we don't know what those would have been because she never got to know that side of you. She only got to know what she thought she saw, if that makes sense. So let's take a look here. That's why, that famous meme of other people's opinions of us are none of our business because they have nothing to do with us. They're all through these filters and this conditioning. They're looking in this mirror, right? Yeah. So I like it here. They did have, this friendship love for you here. So there was, true feelings there. Um, and we also had the 10 of fire here. Let me put these down so I can do this. 10 of fire is a lot of energy, very passionate, very fiery. And this is how it's funny. This is how they saw you, that you had a temper, but that was them, wasn't it? It's funny. If you ever realize that what people are seeing in other people, um, it just cracks you up sometimes. It's like someone who's always late to things. You hear them going, I can't believe that person's always late to everything, and I just can't believe it. And you're just like, um, you are talking about them being late. And that's what I feel like with this. They're like, you know, Mia has a temper. And people are going, um, compared to you, Godzilla, no one has a temper. You are the queen of tempers. And that's what I feel like they had. And then they had the Eight of Swords, which tells us that they did realize post, ending your friendship, they've been working on themselves and they do see that a lot of things that um, the altercations or the agitations were because of their own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that made them feel trapped and restricted and small. It wasn't you. They're realizing it was them, and there's this movement of thought and belief. So I feel like they've had some growth since then. But I feel like, you know, your spirit guides just want you to know that, you know, what they saw of you, little truth in the true who you were. But there's always this wonderful thing of when we want to know about ourselves, we can ask ourselves, what were my feelings and thoughts for them? Because they were a mirror that I was seeing myself in. So if I had thoughts of things, how is that true for me? Because we don't recognize something in someone else unless we recognize it within ourselves, both the amazing things and our little judgmental things in people, which we all have them. So, you know, as long as we're human, our human is in comparison mode till we raise our love vibration higher and higher and higher. And we just release everyone from the prisons that we have in our brain. Um, but that's what they have me, Emil. So hopefully that helps with what we were talking about there. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. I see a couple of people asking about readings. Readings are still open. I'm usually on for a couple hours. I've been on for about 45 minutes. So still time, I believe. I think we're doing okay on timing here. So feel free to pop your question down below. If you do want it prioritized, a donation of any kind, I will step out and dive deeper into those as well. All right. So thank you for asking. All right. Daisy, hey. I am doing well. And so you want to know, will you and your mom find another house soon that you can move into ASAP? The house search has been bumpy. All right, well, let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know about your bumpy house right here? Well, it looks like it's looking good here. You've got the tens, two tens here. The Wheel of Fortune is about to spin, bring something close to you. The 10 of air, though, is letting go of all the expectations. We have a definition of bumpy because things are not working out the way we think they're supposed to, should, need to, have to, must. But if when we move our energy from this these fears, this fear energy, trying to live up to all these expectations and trying to control everything. When we release this is what the 10 of swords does. It becomes the ace of swords. It's endings and new beginnings. And that's what helps turn the wheel of fortune, another 10 endings and new beginnings. But this is great to see because this tells you that even your human side feels like what's unfolding is fortunate. It's the tune of for you. And so, because truly everything that happens is for us. It's just sometimes our human side has a hard time getting on board with that. Like, how is that for us? It's like delays happen. We don't know why, you know, a lot of times in this lifetime, why, things, you know, um, are delayed or we're kept from things and we feel like we're being punished. Um, But I had when I was looking for homes in the past, I had a realtor say, that house that you wanted and that someone else beat you by minutes putting a down payment or, you know, to hold the house, to put a contract on it. They're like, they found out the foundation is unstable. And I'm like, whoosh, whoosh, because they actually purchased the house. They it was unknown. It wasn't like someone was trying to finagle something. It wasn't known because there was no sign of it, but, like, afterwards, like, after a month, something happened and they had this crack in the foundation, and they're just like, "Uh-oh." And so you never know. You just never know. But it looks positive, here for you, so just trust, let go of control if you can, enjoy the journey of searching, um, and, try to look change the energy from focusing on trying to control it and the fears around it, and move into gratitude of thank you for keeping us from getting into a home that's not ideal for us and bringing in the perfect home for us. Focus on the gratitude. Because if we're focusing on, "Oh, we're not finding a house, we're not finding a house," we tell the universe, "I really enjoy not finding the house. Can you like draw it out so that we can enjoy not finding the house more?" So power, right? So that's what they have for you, Daisy. So many blessings to you. I like it. All right. And Lily, you are up next. So Lily, you want to know, have you already, do you already know your future spouse? Have you met him already? Ooh, all right. Let's take a look here and see if there's someone that's around you already, or if it's someone brand new coming in. Let's see what we got here. No, you don't know them yet. You got the World card, which is ending of old cycles, new beginnings. It's leaving the old world and entering a new world. And you have the Four of Water, which is a new love being offered to you, here. So we normally have like, three cups down here that people are bored with. It's the old types of relationships, but it's a new love that's being offered. So they're going to be so different, offer you a love that's so different, in a positive way. Got to clarify that. You're like, "Oh, thank you. I didn't really want that." But this is good. This is a love that is so different, and I like it. So you don't know him yet, though. So um, you can look forward to a fresh start with someone, which is always nice too. So that is what is coming in for you, Lily. So many blessings to you. All right. All right. Thank you so much, Divinely Protected, for your donation. And absolutely an oracle from deck. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll pull those here, and thank you for your donation. Yeah, everyone, I see a lot of different people. Just real quick. Uh, I don't think no, Lalima, I haven't done your reading yet. You're like a couple of free ones away. And Monica, you can send a donation. And I think that's as much as I'll read so that I can keep focusing on the readings. But I just saw a couple of those that jumped out. So just for you guys. All right. So divinely protected. Let's take a look here and see what does Spirit want you to know here. And Lady T, you can get a read. If you want a free one, just pop your question in the chat. If you want it prioritized, a donation of any kind can prioritize it too. Okay, so deck number 2 is the Enchanted Map Oracle. So, all right, well, that's the one right here. And then number 4 is your Spiritual Ink Blot test with the Path of the Soul Destiny. All right, there's the one right here. All right. So your first card, yeah, right? I loved that too. It was right. I just blown away today. And here you have the wishing well. If you try to zoom in here, get you a better picture here. There you go. Card number 48. All right. So it says, desire is the sacred impulse for life. Feel it, but let go of all attachment to ownership. That's the little, phrase it starts off with. And then it says, desire is the most important impulse for creating life. Now you're seeing the relationship between desire and inspiration and sensing that moment of truth when you feel the inception of new life. It's an aha moment when everything makes sense. We're like, okay, when is that coming, right? Perhaps you recognize a soulmate or are conceiving a baby or an idea. The wishing well card awakens you to the presence of unseen forces that enable new beginnings. Divine intelligence activates the field of possibilities where new life is co created in a magical way. Neither you nor anyone else can know how or why this happens. It just does. To that end, you can't control the process of growth. Rather, you must step aside to be a channel for higher forces and relinquish any attachment to how this new creation should appear or when. Ah! Form your intention and take action by dropping the coin into the wishing well, then trust in spirit. Prepare to be amazed. I like it. And then I also want to read the reversed in there for you too. Right? It says, this is not a time to force anything to happen in your life, especially whatever seems to be eluding you. You can't demand that the universe provides you with what you want. Well, we can, right? We can throw a tantrum like a 2-year-old in a store, but people tend not to like that, especially when you're 6'4", and they kind of look at you strange, just an FYI. And it says, unmet desires can burst into a destructive fire of obsession. So step back, breathe, and take your attention away from what you want. Ask instead for what you need. Only the unseen, capital U, unseen, knows how to align desire, inspiration, and its manifest form. As the coin disappears into the mystery of the dark pool at the bottom of the well, have faith. Don't engage in wishful thinking. You must co create with spirit, not make demands. You may yet get what you want. Never forget that life is filled with choices. Make a wish, but be open to the enchanted way in which spirit fulfills your desire. Ooh, I like that. I like it. Obviously, I have 2. I'm sure we're not alone. So, that is what we have. And then, this is like I said, the spiritual ink blot test. So, whatever you see is a special message for you from spirit, and then I'll read the little definition from the book too. So, here you go. I'm just gonna show it from a distance, and I'll try to go in here so you can see what's in the middle there. Try not to, there we go, a little better there. See if it will. There it goes for a sec. All right, so maybe for a moment you saw it focused up that close. Yeah. Cookie. And this one's called Mirror. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, now I know why it looked cookie, because I'm kooky. Jokes, it was just jokes. So it says, it's actually called encoded, Encoded. So where others see nothing, you see the deeper meaning or message hidden within. Your guides are working to communicate with you as your intuition and inner knowing expands. So be mindful of all that you are experiencing in each moment. Be aware of animal messengers, cloud formations, colors, conversations of others, and anything else that catches your attention. You are taking the next step up in awareness and connection to the unseen worlds. I like it. Didn't I just talk about unseen in this other one? Sorry, I have to look because it talked about the unseen. I think it's standing out, didn't it? Didn't it? Didn't it? Oh, that's the wrong one. What was it? 48? Oh, I got it right here. Yeah, it was 48. Yeah. Only the unseen, capital U, unseen, knows how to align desire, inspiration, and manifest its form. And here it is saying it again that you're connecting to the unseen worlds. Wow. I like it. a long, a long hallway where when you least expect it, someone reaches out and grabs you. Wow. Yeah, right? That's great. And now we know why they're your ex. How how lovely. You're so romantic. Get out. Uh, that's funny. Well, I like that for you. And beautiful, beautiful messages. So I like that for you. That's what they have for you right now. Thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right. And I have a couple more people asking if you can have a reading. Free readings are still open, and so they're first come, first serve. All you have to just put your question into the chat, and I will go down in order. If you do want yours prioritized, a donation of any kind, like we just had, I step out, complete them, dive deeper into those, and then I return back. So that's how it works. So feel free to put your questions. All right. So we're scrolling back to the top and we left off with Luna Ray. Hello, hello. Let me take a sip here. and oh, and you liked. Thank you for liking and thank you everyone who's liked the video. It does something free you can do. It does help spread the Zen love and helps the channel grow, but it also you're part of the love tsunami. So thank you guys for doing it. Thank you, Luna Ray. And where is the person that's approaching you? Where are they? How are they going to approach you? Where are they coming from? What's going on? Let's take a look here. What does spirit want you to know about this person? All right. Well, we know that. Okay. Well, they're on their way because you got the Ace of Cups, the new love that's headed your way, right? They're swimming, they're swimming, they're swimming. But you got the Magician, which shows action and movement, and the Two of Fire. So it's 1 and 2 um, that's coming in here. So they definitely there's energy and there's movement, and they are focusing on headed your direction. So they're coming this way. But this Two of Fire, the Two of Wands, just tell us that um, part of what can help that come in faster, if you've checked out my Take 10 with Zen, these faded event, um, the faded things in our lives and the time frames, what impacts our time frames. If you look at it's, um, episodes 4 and 5, really get into that. Excuse me, because it talks about wherever you invest your energy is what grows and expands. If we're focusing on like we're missing, where are they? I'm missing love. I really want love in my life. We're telling the universe, I really enjoy missing love. Can I miss it some more? I really enjoy wanting love, but not having it. Can you keep me wanting it for a while? Instead of when we focus on gratitude and raising our own self-love and doing those things, speed things up and bring it more towards us. The other things draw it out and are like anchors that slow down the ship. It has all these anchors in the water and it's like slow, the boat's trying to pull and go. When we don't have those anchors, it's like a speedboat and it can come in faster too. So, if it interests you, check out, I have my playlist. I did, post it a couple after you had posted when I first came in. It's one of those, links with Take 10 with Zen, but the playlist, I think I have the playlist in the description box of the video. Could be. If not, it's definitely on my main page when you click on it. But check those out because those are things that can help remove the obstacles both in our conscious mind and unconscious mind of what are slowing things down, and that can help too. So that's what they have for you. And then also there's a giveaway that's on Monday based on comments. And so if you watch them, like it and comment, and you'll be entered into the free reading giveaway too. So two birds, one stone, boom, boom. All right, Luna Ray, that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. All right. And La Lima, Sony, we are to you now. So you want to know Siddhar's feelings and future actions for Kushbu. All right. Let's take a look here. Apologies if I mispronounce those. I try, but I know I fail. All right, let's take a look here and what we've got going on here. Um, the feelings and future actions, it's kind of, we've got the nine of earth, the nine of pentacles here, which is like this independent feeling here, of being um like alone in the world and feeling solid and not needing other people. So there's these feelings of like, I don't feel like they're wanting anyone. And I feel it's because of this Four of Waters. The Four of Cups usually has like three cups, someone leaning up against a tree, really bored with the three cups, which is the love they've had before. And I feel like that's why they're kind of content. I feel like they've just been like tired of the same old type of relationships and people. And they're just like, it's because they are unhappy on the inside. They're not finding completeness in the outside, and they feel like everyone's going to be this way. So I almost feel like they're kind of, at this time in their life, the energies we're currently looking at, they're just kind of content, and they're just like tired of the dating scene or the marriage proposal stuff or whatever this has to do with. They're just kind of like, I'm just tired. I just want to break from it for a while. And that's what I feel is coming in here. I mean, we've got the Four of Water, which means there's emotions there, but I feel like they're just kind of turned off about relationships in general, and they just want to just kind of be free for a little bit right now, is like kind of this energy that's coming in. So hopefully that makes sense, but it's just like they're like just tired of it all. It's almost like there's a lot of politics or a lot of people pleasing, and it just feels exhausting, and they're just like, I just want to break from it all for a while, is what I feel is coming through. So that's what we have there. So many blessings to you, Lalima. All right. And then Nature 1133, you are up next. So, hello, hello. You want to ask who is coming towards you in love? Let's take a look, see what spirit wants you to know here. Who is coming towards you in love? All right. I like this. Did we get this before with the King of Water? Because we have someone who's balanced in their emotions, and all the kings are given a second portion of air. So they're balanced with their mind. So they've got intelligence, yay, and they also have the ability to express emotion. And I feel like the emotional side of them, people notice first. Not that they're like overly emotional, but they're just able to express their emotions. They're a kind, compassionate individual. It's the King of Cups is kind of like Christ energy, Christ consciousness energy, where it's someone who shows compassion. Love just oozes out of him. People are just like, wow, what a great soul this person has. They're just so loving and so compassionate, right? And then you find out they have a brilliant mind and they're intelligent too, which is a plus plus. Sometimes you have people that are so giving because they're kind of just ignorant to everything, and you go, "Oh, that's why they're so happy." Right? But this not. They understand things at a deep level, and that's why they have that. We have the 6 of Pentacles too, which is equal giving and receiving here. And the 6 of Pentacles, I did mention this also in the Take 10 with Zen episode 5. I think it's episode 5. Check 4 and 5. But it mentions in here because there can be some overgiving stuff that's down in the subconscious that can keep that away from us if we have this out of balance giving and receiving that was introduced to us when we were younger. So if that resonates, check out the Take 10 with Zen episode 4 and 5. I forget which one it is that I mentioned it, but um there's some great tools in there, some great information in there around fated interactions and how we can bring them to us sooner if we release the conscious and unconscious blocks that are there. So I like it. I like it for you. And that's what they have for you, nature. So many blessings to you. All right. You are welcome, Luna. All right. So Aisha, hello, hello. Thank you for liking the video. The live stream, I guess I should say. It does help the channel. So thank you so much. Helping spread the Zen love. And you would like a love reading. Absolutely. Let's take a look here and see. All right. Wow. So right now, you have the 7 of water. There's a lot of emotion, a lot of it's like a lot of fish in the sea around you, right? It just feels like there's all this emotion in the air, and you're picking up on a lot of people's emotions around you too. I feel like the 3 of water, this is joy and celebration. It's also your spiritual entourage, your spiritual posse on the other side guiding you here. But there's also this energy here for love. It's like they're kind of saying right now, um, what's going to be coming into your life first are these friends. The 3 of water is kind of like finding your tribe. Like you're going to have 1 or 2 individuals who are, like best friends that will be with you forever. There's no romance there. It's strictly unconditional like love of friendship that they get you, you get them. You guys don't have to explain things to each other. Something happens, you all look at each other and bust up laughing because you know you all were thinking the same thing. I don't know why they're showing me The Witches of Eastwick. If you ever saw that movie with Cher and Michelle Pfeiffer, and there was a third one there too. I forget who it is. My mind went totally blank. But it's 3 individuals that are really best of friends. And I feel like this is what's coming in first before, you have romance come into your life, because there's a strong foundation and it helps you balance, with love coming in. I feel like there's this energy, it might have been like I was when I was, relationships, uh, where I would give up everything for the person, try to become who they wanted me to be. I would give up my friends, I'd give up everything else. And my friends would be like, "Oh, he's gone. He's gone off into a relationship." And then when it didn't work out, I would come back, "Whoa, it didn't work out." And they're just like, "Come here," and then I'd meet someone else and boop. And I feel like these won't let you do that. They're just gonna be like, "Hey, it's it's girls' night," or maybe it's not just girls, maybe there's a guy in there too, but there's best friends, like there's 3 of you at least, I feel, and they're like, "Come on, no, 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 you can tell them to wait, you're coming out with us, or we're going to dinner, or we're coming over, so don't have them come over." I like it. They're just really supporting you, and they're very sassy, which of course is cool. So that's what's coming in there for you, Aisha. So many blessings to you. All right. And Keel, you are up next. So anything you need to let go of hidden in your sub unconscious mind. All right, let's take a look here and see what spirit has here for you. All right. Well, we have here's the Leo energy. So there must be, because Leo energy is about the inner child. Here's your higher self, and there's the inner child is amongst here with the lion, your human self. So there's always something that we can look at to let go of. We got so much that is there from when we were 7 years old and younger is our emotional inner child. And then we have our mental child, which was 7 to 14. So there's stuff in there that can be looked at. You have the full card, which can represent your soul as well. So you got your higher self, your soul here to help you, and they will, if you ask them, they will bring those things up. But this isn't about, I got to fix stuff, I got to fix what's wrong with me. It's the full card is adventure. It's looking at things. It's like when we look at they're bringing up Byron Katie. It's Byron Katie night because they mentioned her a couple of times. But she's so powerful, her process. Because if you look at her website, thework.com, or even check out her YouTube channel, she'll talk about um, how we can look in the mirror, and our relationships with people tell us a lot. And so we'll come back to that here in a sec, because this is a she talks about it being we question things without, it's like the process doesn't ask you to change things, just to look at things. And in looking at things, some things just change themselves without us doing anything. But it's the intention is not, I got to change me and fix me. It's I'm just want to go look at it and see what's going on. And I like that approach because it doesn't feel like work, even though it's called the work. um, but her worksheet that she has is the Judge Your Neighbor worksheet, and how you can find out what's going on in the subconscious mind, the unconscious mind, is by finding out who is irritating you. What triggers are coming up in people and situations out here. And when you put it on paper, she goes, you go to war on paper. You find out when that person does that or doesn't do that, this is how I feel. And then you answer all the questions on there. You just let your answers come forward. Is the more truer that you can be and honest you can be on the sheet, the bigger the turnarounds and the stuff that comes up that's hidden. And it's amazing, we don't even realize it. An example just for everybody, like I used to think, when my mom would contact me about and tell me about all the pain that she was going through at the moment, like physical pain or not feeling good and stuff. I would have these thoughts going through my head. What a victim. I can't believe she's a victim. See how it is? Every time she talks about this, and what does she want me to do? Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. And of course, I put it all on paper. And then a turnaround was like, like when my mom does this, I feel like a victim. I am the one that's, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, it is," because exactly as I was just saying it, "Oh my gosh, why is this happening to me? Why is she telling me all this stuff? I can't do anything. I'm not a doctor." Victim, It was a great mirror and it healed things because it actually even allowed me to, I just asked my mom, "When you tell me these things, what do you want from me when you tell me these things? What are your expectations?" "None, none. I just want you to listen. I just want to vent." And I'm like, "Oh my God," all the time I was putting all the pressure on me because this victim, mentality in the moment. So hopefully that gives you some guidance there, Keel. But definitely check that out if that resonates. It's a life changing process for sure. All right. So many blessings to you. Yeah, yeah, right, LA? Very good. You're welcome, Aisha. All right. So Vidi Jalan, you are up next. Let me just take a quick sip here. Hello, hello. So you'd like to know what you what should you work on so that you can excel in your fashion design career. All right. So we'll ask spirit. There, of course, is no shoulds in the spiritual world. There's only choices and different experiences. So we're going to just alter your question a little bit. Just ask them what is for your highest experience that would help you excel in your fashion design career, because they have no expectations of you. There's no judgment. So let's take a look here. See what ideas they have here. Okay. So we have here with the 7 of wands, this is not having fear of stepping out and standing out and doing things differently. First, we with the Justice card, she's got this. Let's see if I can. The Ace of Swords in her hands there, and then we've got the scales over here, which the scales there are out of balance in our life when we first start off because we've got all these fears of failure, these fears of rejection, fears of what people will think, fears of losing conditional love and support and all those wonderful fears, right? And it's out of balance. But that Ace of Swords allows us to connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm, which allows us to balance things out. Not only are we piling on unconditional love things on this scale, we're also slicing off and getting rid of things off of the scale so it balances faster. And that's what needs to happen here because there's some fears. And what happens when we're in fear? Our creativity closes down, zip, because it doesn't want to rock the boat. It doesn't want to do things differently, it wants to fit in, and that's not creative at all, right? So one of the things that's showing here is not being, looking at your fears of being judged and your fears of standing out. And so um I really like this, um if you can get away from everything and just take a book with you and just get away from everything, get away from all the fears and connect higher and higher. Connect with your ancestors is what's coming in for me too. I think did we at one point it's like look through old photo albums or old pictures of old family. It's like bringing the old in with the new and bringing in um, cultural differences and blending different things together. It's so creative. I mean, it's don't be afraid to be a unicorn and to stand out and be different because I mean, unicorns are not normal and they have a beautiful design of saddle, here with a lot of different designs. And so I feel like that is what will help with all of that. So letting go of fears and getting out of fear and going, you know what? Um, people not, realizing uh, you're never going to have something that 100% of everyone's going to like. There's always going to be a critic. There's always going to be someone who's having a bad day that's not going to like what we do or what we offer. And that's okay. We don't have to. It doesn't that tells us what they're going through, not anything about us. So there's this freedom that comes in here. But I love connect with your ancestors, get away from everything. Take a little book with you so you can draw and even if you can travel somewhere just to get out of town and go to temples, go to different places, experience different things, photo albums of family, especially if you have like a grandma or a great grandmother or somewhere where you can go that they have a lot of photos of all the family and you can just get some inspiration from your ancestors both spiritually and through your eyeballs as well. So I like it for you, VD. That's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right, and we'll continue moving down the list here. Yeah, yeah, it's all right. You just gotta do it. You just gotta do it. You just gotta do it, right? All right. So Lynx Lee, you are up next. You want to know the Leo's next actions towards you. Let's take a look here. Oh, all right. Feel like they're going to ask you here to some sort of celebration. The four of fire is like it's joy, celebration, but it's also gatherings. Like it can be a wedding, it can be an anniversary, a party, but it feels like it's a gathering, and I feel like they're going to ask you to a gathering here because it definitely feels like um, it's joy and celebration coming together. The moon here is this nurturing feeling. Maybe it has something to do with their mother. There's Mother Luna that comes in here. So maybe it's a celebration of their mother's birthday. That could be kind of an example of what could be coming in here. But this is hidden and unknown. I feel like it's going to come as a surprise, like really out of the blue. You're like, whoa, sure, I'd love to. And and maybe it is around a full moon, because I feel like the moon energy definitely has something to do with it here. Um, Moon cycle, because we just had the new moon on Monday, so full moon would be here in about a week or so. The next new moon might be, it could be that too, but I feel like it's going to be scheduled around a significant moon cycle. So that's what's coming in, Linksley. So I like it. All right. And we'll continue moving down the list here. And we've got Pinky. Hello, hello. So you want God's guidance for your love life. All right. Let's see. What did they have here for you? All right. So we've got the full card here, which is a brand new adventure, free of expectations, free a lot of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts that come in. And we got the 10 of water, the 10 of cups, which does represent overfilling and overflowing emotions. So I like this. It's like Creator is saying here, this is the first card in the major arcana, which follows the last card, of course, in the major arcana. That's how it works, right? But it's the world card, ending of old cycles, beginning of new things. And it's important. It's like they're saying, if you can let go of as many expectations around the who, the when, the how, leave that to me. We will bring you in someone awesome. You can trust me that I'll bring the perfect person in the perfect way in the perfect timing. You can ask for the what, right? Like, I would like love in my life. I want to have a human that I can express love and receive love from. And they're like, all right, trust us. We will bring in that, but trust our timing. Otherwise, if the bread gets taken out of the oven too early, you're going to get a mouthful of dough instead of beautiful, tasty bread. So I feel like it's letting go of a lot of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts that come in there, and it just helps with your journey. So that is what that guidance they would give, is because expectations are what draw down the it just slows down the process, and we restrict so many things that we're blinded and we can't see anything out here or anything over here. It's like a horse that has those blinders on. All it can see is this, but we miss out on so much. And if we release those, then we can see so much more, and we can trust the creator. So I like it. All right. So that's what they have for you, Pinky. Some many blessings to you. All right. And Gary, hello, hello. You want to know, how does he perceive you? All right. Well, let's take a look here and see what's going on inside their head. Of course, whenever we ask a question like that, has nothing to do with us. It's what's bouncing around inside their head. Who knows what's in there influencing what they're seeing. So this is just where they're looking at it right now. Um, like I said, it doesn't have a whole lot to do with us. It has a whole lot to do what's in their head, right? Which this isn't bad. They perceive here that there's a lot of work that they need to put in to move things forward, for new opportunities to open up. So, see, this is what they have in their head, that there's all these steps that have to be done in the outside world with, the Earth card being the outside world pentacles. And they're like, before this happens, before I can get to the stage where I can go to a new level, I've got to put in this work, the blood, the sweat, the tears to prepare. So, that's what they have in their head. They've been taught their whole lives these supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts, probably from mom. Maybe from dad too, but, mom's saying, "This is what you need to have in place to make a woman happy." I feel like that's coming from mom, and then dad probably is like, "Oh, you gotta have all this stuff." So he's probably got all this mind stuff from their dad, and then all the emotional stuff from mom, and they have all this stuff that's on their mind of what needs to happen before they would be able to move forward in things, and so I don't feel like they are focused in on you so much as who you are and what you want and what you need, and what next steps are with you and everything else, because they got this long list that has to get done first, that they're not even thinking that for them it feels like it's far ahead, and they're like, I got so much I got to do first that uh, i'll I'll cross that bridge when I come to it, kind of mentality, if that makes sense. So that's very interesting, but that's what's coming in, Gary. So it's good that you're at least somewhere on the list, right? But they have all this stuff in their head that needs to get done first. So there you go. Many blessings to you. All right. And we'll continue moving down the list here. All right. LA, you are up next here. Just looking for alarms. Oh, how funny around the singing. I can help you in the music business. You're like, "Who are you? Who have you helped? Where's your card? Tell me more about this." All right. Everything deleted on your side, LA, but I still have it all. So I see your other stuff up here. So your original question was, are you going to hear any good settlement news from either J or M by the end of the month? So let's take a look here. We'll pull a card for J and a card for M by the end of this month. So Jay, it feels like here with Ace of Fire that there is action and movement here by the end of the month for Jay. And for M, it feels like here the Hierophant, this is legal. Um, the Hierophant is can mean legal stuff. So I feel like this still, there's some truth that still needs to come out a little bit here with M. So I feel like there's something that is being moved around, and I feel this has to do with you being invited within your heart. So maybe there's still some inner release with M that you can do to have movement. Maybe are there more fears maybe around them that are coming up here with the M, whatever the lawsuit is for that one. I feel like, but again, I feel like action on J, but a little more uh, transformation. It feels like with M, that's coming in there. So that is what they have there for you. All right. And then Katyani, you'll be the next free reading coming up here. Right, LA. Woohoo! I swear to God. So, yeah. Which does tell us here, you know, are we start, stop around our the energy that we're putting with them, right? Do we go fear, love, fear, or like fear, forgiveness, fear, forgiveness, fear, forgiveness, you know, because that it's a mirror for us. So what are they showing us, right? About what's going on. It's like my thoughts about them. How is that true about me? That's where the work can be done and the release can be done. And then that's where the movement can happen, right? So, but I'm all in on the virtual party. Let us know what happens. We'll do it live. Woohoo! All right. All right. And love 1234. I did get your additional donation. Thank you so much. And we will look into those. And let's see what we got going on here. You don't want to disturb the disturbed. Well, you have to jump into your head, LA, because that's where the stuff is happening. This is where the story's at, not out there. This is the story you can control in here, right? All right. So let's take a look here. Love 1234. Uh-huh. Well, better unbusy it if you want resolution, right? Boom, boom, boom. All right, let's take a look here. I, I don't want to disturb the disturbed. All right, and then number two. Okay. So for your first question there, I mean, here's the relationship, boo 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 boo, and here's taking action. I feel like this is okay to let them know it, but honor their hermitude. So they're showing me being a certified. I'm going to say I'm a certified hermit. uh, if you don't want it to be weird, don't make it weird. You know, like if there's any guilt, if it's laced with any guilt, then it's going to taste horrible. So, like when people tell me, I miss you, it's like, oh my God. I usually reply, you're not missing anything. You have everything you need inside of you, right? Boom. Because usually when people go, I miss you, the well, be careful with that though, because when people say I miss you, it means um what goes in to the other person is I'm failing because you feel like I'm lacking in giving you the attention that you want from me. So I fail. I'm failing, right? It's like I miss you. It's not like um so let me I'll give you two examples, right? So one is again, like I said, I miss you. And it's like we're wanting a response. We want something back. We want something, they're wanting something from me and honor my hermitude. I want to be left alone. The other one is like, I was just thinking about you and I just want to let you know I really enjoy our time together and I really love this about you. So just this is a drive by you know whatever. So I just wanted to tell you that, and I'll see you soon. That so you see the difference in the energy. So take that, right? And that feels much better to a hermit. There's not this um failing type of thing, around it. It's like, I miss you. You're not a good friend because you don't contact me enough. And if you were a good friend, that's the kind of energy that, comes in with this stuff is, but truly sharing heartfelt stuff without expectation, without having a tint of, um, I want to see you more and you're not giving me the time I want, so there you go. Blah, blah, blah. Free advice. Well, not free because you paid for it. So thank you for your donation. And then number 2, yes. Number 2 is a yes. 8 of wands, movement, movement, fire, full card, new adventure, new journey. So yes, that's easy breezy compared to the first one. It's like that was not a yes or no, but it your spirit guides felt it required more than just yes or no. But the second one, yes. So that's what they have for you, love 1, 2, 3, 4. So enjoy. All right. And thank you again for your donations. I greatly appreciate those. All right. So we left off with Kachiani. And you want to know what possible conversation can you have with your person, Raghav, when you meet each other? All right. So let's see based on current energies, what can the conversation possibly be the next time you guys meet? Well, we got 2 water cards here. So there is the Knight of Cups, which is messenger of water, is a movement of emotion. And here's the Queen of Water, Queen of Cups, who she's the master of emotion. So I feel like there will be some sharing of emotion between you about how you feel. I feel like you're going to know this is like the high priestess. She senses and picks up emotions and different things. You're gonna pick up on stuff they're not saying though, and that's okay. Don't hold them accountable. Being as empathic and how you feel other people's emotions, it's not fair to hold people accountable for that. I learned that the hard way. Um, I actually had exes say, "It's not fair that you hold me responsible for things that I'm not saying." And I go, "But I know you're feeling it." And they're just like, "It doesn't matter. If I don't say it, it doesn't matter. It means I'm working on it within me. You can't hold me responsible for it." So that's okay. You can feel their feelings and emotions. Just don't um, keep that separate from what they're sharing, and allow them to share what they're ready to share, but feel you're okay to feel what they're feeling. But I feel like they are going to share some emotion. They're just not going to share everything I think that you want them to share, and not everything that you sense within them that they could share, but they're not ready to share, if that makes sense. I think you get it. So that's what they have there. So there you go. That's what they have for you, Kachiani. So many blessings to you. Okay, you are here. All right, very good. All right, perfect. So you get it. All right. Okay. So many blessings to you. All right. And so my blessing is here. You said hello, is the list closed? I think at that point I said it's not. So I don't see, you might have something further down below, but I don't see anything right now. So we'll continue moving down here. Hey, Taylor XXXX. All right. Okay. So I believe we are to Brizzy. Brizzy. Hello, hello. Okay. Yeah, maybe not total mum about the love thing. I think they're gonna just hint just enough, right? Okay, you're just like, "Okay." So, yeah, it feels good to get validated of going, "Okay, so I'm not crazy that I'm feeling these feelings." Nope, no. Just give them time, you know? Uh, I like it. Alright. So, hey, Birdsie. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I do get, a lot of donations, uh, so, I do get paid, here and there, but yeah, I like the getting paid soon. especially since I bought a Mega Million and no one's won that one yet. Someone won the $1 billion Powerball here in the United States. Can you imagine being a billionaire suddenly just overnight? It probably would just but, we always have everything we need in each moment anyway. I know. Alright. So, you do wanna know, you wanna do, a reading on you, your timeline. Alright, let's take a look here and see what spirit wants you to know about your timeline here. Alright. So, I feel here that letting go of some fears, letting go of some control around things kind of is coming in here with the 3 of Swords, because that's usually a big heart with 3 swords stuck in it, which is expectations equal disappointment. And I feel like the moon is trusting the moon cycles, trusting the phase, trusting things are unfolding perfectly for you in the perfect order. And that's what the moon phases comes in. There's always unknown things coming in, and it's okay. They're like saying, trust the timeline, trust the timing of things that are coming. And if you don't do it already, I feel like they're saying that it's important to know the phases of the moon, but also the zodiac sign that it's in the moment. There's free stuff like you can get let's see. Already got 2024s because I use this as my planner even because they have like well, not that one. There we go. This is, you can make this your planner, but it talks about what phase the moon is in and what sign it is in because the moon changes every 2 to 3 days. Its sign, and then so if we feel like we're going insane because my emotions are up and down and I'm up in my mind, and then I'm feel grounded, and then I feel emotional, and then I feel like working hard, and it's like, what is why I feel so all over the place. Well, especially if you're have a lot of water in your chart, a water sign or a water moon, which I have a lot of water and I'm a water moon. We are very impacted by the moon. We all are impacted by the moon, so it benefits us all, but especially if you have those connections, it just allows you to understand the energy of the day and how you can use the energy the best. It's like looking at the forecast. Well, it's snowing outside. I probably shouldn't go out in a bikini if I don't want to freeze, things off. Or look, it's raining today. I'm going to take an umbrella. Or oh, it's cold out. I'm going to take a sweater. So it allows us to prepare for the energies too. So I feel like that's important if you don't already do that. But you can also online. There's tons of on the internet moon sign for today. They tell you what the moon is in and even how that type of moon energy impacts us. So there's a ton of resources, free resources out there too. So that's what they have for you, Bruce Lee. So many blessings to you. All right. Very good. All right. And we are to Taylor, XX Taylor XX. So you would love some you would love some cards pulled. You're a mess. All right. Let's see what spirit has for you, Taylor. What is going on? What guidance will they have here for you? All right. Oh, I see why. Yeah, you definitely have transformation that's happening right now. You have the is the temptation card is what they call it, but it's normally the devil card, the shadow card, and you've got the 5 of Fire, which feels like a firestorm going on around you, right? Transformation of your energies. But the shadow card, the devil card, the temptation card comes into our life. It's Saturn energy, Capricorn energy, which is the workhorse of the zodiac. It's uh, the Saturn energy comes in and it takes our beliefs and it shakes them to the core. All these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets and supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's and have to be's, all those popular opinions we were given all our life on how we're supposed to think about things, how we're supposed to feel, where we're supposed to invest our energy, what our actions are supposed to be. It just shakes them all to let us see the cage that we're in. And so everything's a mess because they're rattling the cage to show you that you're in a cage so that you can free yourself from the cage. Because in the rattling, you hear a creak and you look back and where you didn't even realize there was a door to get out of there. But the door has always been ajar. It has never been locked and even fully closed. But you hear it and see it, and you're like, wait a minute, I can question these things, and I get to decide what story, I get to decide what emotion, I get to decide what energy I'm investing and putting out, and I get to decide what actions I take. We move from a place of fear because that's what all the bars on the cage are these fears, these small t truths that are rooted in fears of failure, fears of losing love, conditional love, of being rejected, whatever these fears are. And it happens to bring them to our face. And when the Saturn energy, when that's in your life, it doesn't do it in subtle ways. So that's why it feels like it's so huge, right? Because it's just all here in your face so that you cannot um, like not look past it. I mean, you can't ignore it. It's like they're bringing up all these examples. And you're like, I get it. But what's great though with all that too is if you do the work, you do the questioning, you do the reflection, there's reward at the end of it. One, there's freedom, you get out of the cage, but there's also reward and things that transform and change in your life that bring things in. So um hang in there, Taylor. Hopefully that helps. Um, if you there's a ton of free content on my page about there's a series coming back from fear. We also have you times two, which is getting to know the two of you. So if you go to my main page, if you want some free content, there's a lot on there, and follow your heart and see what draws you and see if there's anything in there that helps you through this as well. But yeah, it can be fun. And it's usually everyone has a Saturn return where Saturn is back where it was when we were born. It usually is like between 25 years old and 28-ish. Then again, mid like 50 around. That's like the midlife crisis up there. But we have like a mini one in our mid to late 20s. So if that's where you're at, you're like, oh, there it is. But hang in there, Taylor. Hopefully that helps. We send you a lot of love, and because I've been there, I know it's fun, fun. So much love to you. Hang in there. All right, and let's take a look here. All right. All right, and Lalima, it looks like you asked a second question. I usually like to go through everyone first. It's like a potluck. Everyone gets to go through the line first before I go on to a second one, unless you make a donation, and then I, of course, step out to complete those. But for the free ones, I just let everyone go through once first. So hopefully you understand that there. All right, and okay. Sorry, I'm just reading down here. Okay. All right. So, Lady T, I think you are the next free one here. I had a lot of people asking if the donations are, I mean, the readings were still open, but I'm sure you probably ask them further down below. Yeah, because I'm almost at 2 hours. So, I'm going to try to, for the free readings, start closing those down. But if anyone wants to make a donation, I will complete those in this session. But I've got about, probably about, actually about 10 minutes. it'll be 9 o'clock. So I'll try to get through as many of these as I can. So, Lady T, will you get your inheritance in August? And I am going to go to one card readings for the free ones, just so I can try to get through some here. Well, you got the Messenger of Earth. I don't feel like in August, the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight. It is abundance. It is, about money, but it's slower. So I feel like maybe not quite August. It's going a little slower than anticipated. It's this, like I said, the slowest moving night. So maybe more September, maybe more October, but I don't feel like in August yet. I feel like it's going to get drawn out a little bit there. So that is what they have for you there. I know, I know. What are we going to do with that, right? All right. So I did get a couple donations just now, so I'm going to step out to complete those. All right. And so I think Maria, you are up first here. All right. Yep. So thank you. Hello, darling. All right. So thank you for your PayPal donation, and then divinely protected. I do see your additional witness too, so you'll be up after that. All right. Oh, yeah. So let's take a look here. The love connection with Roberto. Any communication coming? All right. So we'll do those for the love connection, and then these will be the communication. Anything else? All right. Two, two, and two. All right. All right. That Roberto, I tell you. So we do have the Four of Water, the Four of Cups. There's emotional stability there, that's going on there. But the Three of Swords, is like there's still some these fears they have of being heartbroken again. The Three of Cups that were down below resulted in each time. It's almost like they had three strikes where they were heartbroken three times. They're showing me what is it? It must be America's Got Talent, with Simon, right? With the eat, and I feel like they had these, three situations where they're just kind of tentative and hesitant in expressing it there. I feel like it's the Four of Cups means there's this love that's being offered that's different, which I like that they see that it's different, but there's just some work, of course, that needs to get done here, which is what they're doing with the Eight of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles. They're trying to balance things out. And then there will be movement forward with the Eight of Pentacles. They're putting in the blood, the sweat, and the tears. And so they're not just sitting there crying over spilt cups or anything. They are trying to actively go, you know what? I don't want, again, it feels like they're like, I don't want to put their actions on you, but my heart doesn't know any better. It just hears someone knocking at the door and it's scared, it's shaken. I don't want to open the door. And it's like, it's not them. Those monsters are gone. It's someone else. They're like, I don't know. But so they are working on it though here, Maria. We've got the King of Earth here, King of Pentacles. So they are looking at their worth and relationship to the outside world in a different way. And here's that Seven of Swords, which is they're realizing what of their own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets deceived them, and these fears of people deceiving them again, like cheating on them behind their back and not staying true to their word and all those lovely things that they allowed him to experience in his life there. So, um, so there is this, you know, um, action, this healing, this transformation that's taking place. So, what can we do? We just allow them we can send them love and love and love and love and love and allow that transformation to happen. But that's what's going on there right now. I feel like the seven. that 7 of swords, because I was asking about communication, will there be communication coming? That's swords is communication, but that 7 is kind of conflicted communication, you know? Yeah, you're like, "Yay!" Um, I just feel like there's gonna be communication, but that deception communication, I just feel like it's such guarded communication, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it still just comes across as guarded and, um, like I said, not very, uh, not coming across as very vulnerable, right? Very protected still. But there will be communication, just don't expect it to be like, "You know what? I love you." It's just more of like, "How's the weather?" "Good. How's the weather with you? What have you been up to?" "Not much. How about you?" You know? It's more, um, the emotion that you exude from you is what will be picked up more than the words at this point, if that makes sense. So that's what's coming through, Maria. Yay. Yeah. Yeah, and we knew that with the 4 of Cups, they do feel you're different. That's why he's trying to tell his heart that they don't want I don't want to put on you what they did, but the heart still it's like it I see this little shaking heart like a little poodle. It's funny how they show it in my head. So it's like there's this big knock at the door and the other people kicked him and they're like, "No, don't let him in the door." And they're peeing on the floor. "No." But, yeah, yeah, exactly, you know, but it's the emotion that you put out and go back, is what, is coming in, so that is what they have for you, Maria, so thank you again so much for your donation, I greatly appreciate that, and divinely protected, thank you so much for your additional donation. And you wanna know psychic tarot and tarot, how, can you approach the rest of July? So what advice do they have for you about approaching the rest of July? Of course, they don't have any shoulds. Should is like a trigger word that I've developed for myself because, and then spirit always brings it up too, because should is an expectation. It's a should, supposed to, need to, have to, must. What if you don't? If it's a should and you don't, what happens? Dun dun dun. But there's a could. What could I do? What advice do you have? From my highest experience, what could I do? It's like, could I go to work? I could go to work. Should I go to work? I don't care. Could I go to work? I could or I couldn't. If I don't, I might need to find another job. You're welcome, Maria. Yeah. Just give his heart some doggy treats. All right. So, divinely protected. I'm focusing on you. So, what advice do you have? How for the rest of July, what will be for your highest experience? Oh, here we go. All right. And then some tarot. Let's see what we got here. Dunk, 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 dunk. A little pile here. All right. So we're going to start off with your psychic tarot, which is the triumph and success, victory, the Ace of Swords, connecting to the capital T truths of the higher realm. Double edged sword, cutting away the fears, the thoughts, the beliefs, the mindsets. I like it. Power, empowering card. Let's see what the oracle side of it brings in here. Because it is the first of the mental cards, which signifies that new beginnings and exciting challenges may be before you. By utilizing your strength, your willpower, determination, and focus, there's the potential for you to reign triumphant in many areas of your life. The card represents the Ace of Swords in traditional tarot, and since it is a double edged sword, it can cut through all the barriers that holds you back if it's done constructively and with precision. Remember that there's another side to the blade, and if you're rash or use it in a destructive way, it could be harmful to yourself and others. So always pause and think before you act. Yeah. This card is a reminder to vanquish negative thoughts from your mind, strengthen and tap into your mental powers, and use clarity with control in order to initiate new ways of thinking. Yeah, so using that, cutting away the negative being fear-based thoughts, right? Fears, lower vibrational thought thinking, and higher vibrational thinking, right? So I like that. And let's see what we got in here. So the first card, and they're not letting me see them all. They're just gonna have them one by one. Six of air. So here's six of swords, moving from old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking, choppy waters to calmer waters. It does create movement in the outside world. So we definitely see that as the movement of thinking again. More movement of thinking with the eight of air, eight of swords, which is a good card to get because it's you're becoming more and more aware of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have made you feel blinded and bound and trapped. So here, six of air, eight of air, movement cards. If you think of even numbers as flowing, that's positive energy, right? It's not stagnant energy because six is three on each side. There's a river flowing, eight, four on each side, a river flowing, right? So we like that. Yeah. And we've got messenger of fire, the knight of wands. So fast movement, allow it to flow, allow things, follow the flow, with things changing. Um, Try not to hold back. Allow things to flow. Yeah. New passion, new desire, new, right? So again, you've got the fire that's happening here. Allow the new passion to come. And I feel like what happens as you're letting go of the old ways of thinking, it opens up and allows you new energy too, because the energy that we're investing in the lower vibrational, like any fears we have or any like what it was calling the negative thinking, that energy just takes so much to maintain. And when we release fears, all that energy we were using to maintain those and keep them at bay, that energy returns back to us too, that we can use into something that's more aligned with ourselves, right? And you got the Nine of Pentacles too, which is about being independent in the outside world. It's the hermit journey information, energy. And this is about being here, you know, um, having this uh, like I said, this strength of knowing who you are and standing alone without needing anyone else to help um, in any area of your life. It's just like it's not that you have to be a hermit, but it's like there's this independence that comes in here, which ending, here in the United States, of course. July is the month of independence. So I like it. Yeah, ending July with a bang. Shazam. So I like it. I like this for you here. So great messages today. I really loved the ones that have come through today. Very powerful. But that nine of pentacles too, it usually shows like someone in a garden by themselves, but they have a bird which represents spirit. So you're not alone. Spirit is with you. And so you're not ever alone. You just may not have humans around a whole lot. All right, so that's what they have for you, divinely protected, and thank you again for your donation. I really appreciate that. All righty, so let me take a look here. I think, whoops, kind of close to the end, so I'm going to see how many more free readings I can get in here. So, Luz Rosato, you were up next. So, will your boyfriend and you um, reconnect intimately? Ooh, all right. Let's take a look here, Luz. See what spirit has to say here. We've got the page of Earth, the page of Pentacles, which represents new opportunities in the outside world. And I'm going to get a clarifier in here because it feels like they could go either way. Because is this them or someone new? Let me just take a look here. No, it's forward movement here with the Chariot card. So this is forward movement. I feel like that. No, you don't, but it's okay because you have new connection that comes in that feels more victorious and more for you. So this is a different um, individual that comes in that um, it just feels like it's something more aligned for you, Luz. So that's what's coming in for you there, and many blessings to you. Okay. Oh yeah, Taylor, thank you. Susan Sarandon. Okay, yep. That was the on the Witches of Eastwick. The third person was Susan Sarandon. I love her. All right. Okay, so VD. All right, so Nida, will Mustafa and you see each other tomorrow? Let's take a look here. 10 of air, 10 of swords. I don't This is like no. But because this is letting go of expectations and tired of living up to other people's expectations. So I feel like this is an ending and a beginning. So I don't feel like it's tomorrow. I feel like plans, if there are any plans, they fall through because this is like new plans being made, new communication. So I feel like this just gets kind of miscombobulated. Um, Things happen, there's miscommunication, there's a lot of stuff that comes in. And they're like, I just can't do it today. Can we do it? Blah, blah, blah. I feel like you will see them, but it gets rescheduled if it gets scheduled at all. But I don't feel like you guys will see each other tomorrow. So that is what they have there for you. Okay. And I'm just scrolling down the list here. Right. And Lady Tree. Yeah, I think we already answered yours, Lady Tree, up above. So we did do that one. All right. So Shiv Shakti. Hello, hello. Um, Current feelings of Shahrukh. My apologies if I mispronounced that. So what do they have here for you? You actually did have two cards come out. I'm trying to pull one, but they went, nope, two. You have the 10 of water. So there's these emotions here. They definitely have this overflowing. 10 of cups is like cups full and overflowing. But with the judgment card, there's this calling, seeing things from this higher perspective. So I feel like they feel this, but they haven't communicated it. I feel like they're trying to see, they're trying to make sure they have a clear picture of what they want for their life and who they are. And I feel like there's so much, it just feels like their life is full of so much drama, like family drama, that it feels confusing to them. And they know they have feelings for you, but there's so much stuff they're trying to get a way to get a clear mind and get a clear head, if that makes sense. So I feel like that's what they want you to know right now for that. So many blessings to you. And we're getting close to the bottom here. So, Deborah Escaño, who stole your mother in law's 4 blouses out of her closet? All right, let's take a look here. See what they have here for you. Whoa. We've got the 2 of Swords here, which is close your mind and open your heart, and you will know. It's not who you think it is, but trust your gut and your intuition. Don't trust your mind of like, well, this makes sense that it could have been these. Go into your heart and go, okay, I know who it is. They're not they're not telling me, but they're telling you. So hopefully that makes sense. Close your eyes, clear your mind, Go into your heart and then drop into your gut, like your solar plexus area down here, and just say, "Okay, who is it?" And I feel like you'll get an answer. So that's what they have for you, Deborah. All right, zone 3, you are up next. So, how are your finances? I'm just going to reshuffle these real quick here. And I will be back for those of you who are new to my channel tomorrow morning as well at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, and tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. All right. So, zone 3, we've got the Knight of Air, the Knight of Swords, which is a change of mindset, a change of the way we're looking at things. And I feel like the finances, what they're saying is it's time to start looking and approaching your finances differently. And a big thing with that is the story that we're putting to it in each moment, because this is the mind, right? And even though we are told a lot of popular opinions of what our finances are supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be, must be, the Knight of Swords is on like this quest to see things from a higher perspective, to see things differently. And it's important because when we're focusing on our finances of not being enough, not being what they should be, supposed to be, need to be, what does that do? It tells the universe, I really enjoy feeling like my finances are not meeting up what they should be. Can you continue to make them feel less? And we're like, no, that's not what I want, right? So when we start focusing on seeing it from a higher perspective, knowing that I have everything I need in this moment, I trust you, I'm grateful for what I do have, and we start focusing on gratitude for our finances, what happens? We're telling the universe, I'm really enjoy being grateful for my finances. Can bring me even more things to be grateful for finances? And you'll see a change that comes around with that. So that is what they have for you, zone 3. So many blessings to you. Hey, Lovey. Good to see you. Hey, irresistible smile. So, will Michael ever accept you as his friend on Facebook? If not, what is he hiding, right? Let's take a look here. Yeah, I feel like this is a yes. There's this, this is the Ace of Cups, which is new emotion. So it feels like this is a yes, that it will. I feel like it's just, this is you stepping into your power here, and focusing your energy. Um, when like I was just talking about a moment ago, whatever we focus our energy in is what grows and respond and happens, right? So if I have fear, like I'm afraid they're not going to, what I'm telling the universe is I really enjoy feeling this way. Feel I enjoy feeling like they're up to something. I enjoy feeling like they're hiding something. I enjoy them rejecting my request. And so, can I have more of that? And the universe goes, sure, we'll extend that for you. That's what you want. That's what we're telling them by our energy, right? It's like a little kid going into a bakery with a little glass window and it's pointing at a donut over and over and over. And the baker goes, all right. So it gets a dozen of those donuts and hands them to me, like, no, I hate these. The baker goes, well, rather than pointing out what you don't like, point out what you do like, and I'll give you dozens of that. So you can start focusing your energy on what you are grateful for them. I'm grateful for that the timing will be perfect. When you start focusing on gratitude, then we tell the universe what we're loving. They'll bring us more things that we will be grateful for rather than stuff that we'll fear. So I feel like they will, but the timing of it has to do with what you're learning about your energy. And because like attracts like. And so what you want to attract, exude that, vibrate that type of energy. So that's what they have for you, irresistible smile. So how could he resist you? Come on. All right. Lovey, lovey. All right. Hello. So, any specific message from your mom from the spirit world? All right. Let's take a look here. See what they have here. Oh, look at that. Do not worry, my dear, though the wheel is about to change, where even your human side will feel that what's unfolding is for you, the tune for you, the fortune. So wheels are about to change, things are about to end and begin. And so, they see from up above the wheels on the giant clock are cranking out, and here they come. So hang in there. Things are a moving in your favor. So that's what they have for you, Levy. All right. And random, you'll be my last reading for this evening. And so before I do that reading there, just for everyone else, um, there's one day left to get into the drawing. My Monday drawing. I do put out I have a giveaway every Tuesday. I put out a video announcing what I'm giving away the next Monday, how you can get into it. This Monday, I have a special drawing in addition to my regular one that has to do with my Take 10 with Zen that I started about 6 weeks ago. And so for any of the six videos, if you watch them, like them, and comment, every comment on each of the videos will be entered into a drawing for to possibility of winning one 30-minute personal recorded reading. So be sure to check that out if that interests you. And then also, I have 50% off. It's Crazy Zen Summer Sale, where I have 50% off my Hedges of Love and Peace, or Peace and Love. If you check that link, it tells you all about what those are. And then also, I have half off my personal recorded readings, which that all has that there. And then if you want to book any of those, here's the link for that, just for convenience. It's all in the description box of the video too, if you ever want to check those out. And then each week I put out at least one pick a card reading, and this week's was all about how can I transform my anger. Last week was all about how can I transform my sadness. I think they're going to be on a transforming lower vibrational emotions kick for a little bit, which is okay. And but in the videos, it does talk about feeling lower vibrational emotions is not wrong. It's what we come here to do. It's a giant fear amusement park. So we come here to ride the rides. But when we're done, when we're tired and we're ready, to move forward into something else, we can. And that's what it talks about there. And then also, like I just mentioned about the Take 10 with Zen, here is the the one that just came out yesterday, which the last three have been about fate, which is pretty cool. So this one's about is our death fated? Dun dun dun. So that's what's coming in there. All right. So I think those were all those announcements. Thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up that you give the video too. So if you want to give it a little thumbs up before you head out, I really appreciate it. It's something free you can do, and it does help spread the Zen love. And you get part of the love tsunami. It helps the channel grow, and it makes YouTube want to share the videos of my channel with other people as well. So I really, really appreciate that. All right. So random. You want to know how can you develop your personal relationship with the divine or a higher power? All right. You have to leave the planet, get on a rocket ship, and head out. Um, Ending of old cycles, beginning of new cycles. Leave old ways of thinking and being behind, and then head off into a new one too. So I really like the world card coming in here because it's like you see the world completely differently, right? Um, it is pretty cool though. You're like, check, check. The the there's a great, meditating and kind of stepping outside. I did this well, I had an experience once, and I made it into a meditation in the future because I was like blown away because so when I first was A friend of mine asked me, "Well, what's next for you?" And he was he was at work, and it was just the two of us in the building, and he had turned around and he was like getting his cash register ready for the night because we just ate and we were walking and I was going to drop him off and then go back to my apartment, which was a few blocks away. And he was just like making conversation. Well, what's next in your life? With everything we've been talking about. And I just felt like the roof blew off and I had all these huge colored orbs headed toward me. He turned around and he said, "What the was that?" Because he felt the energy burst that happened. And it was like, I go, "I don't know, but I think I need to go home and meditate." And he goes, "I think you need to too." And he gave me a hug and I left. I went back and I went to meditate and immediately, boom, they were there again. I know it was really crazy. And suddenly I was on the moon. I was like, in my mind's eye, I was standing on the moon and I could see the earth and I could feel the presence out there in the universe. And I felt like I needed to step off into the moon. There was something there, it was transparent. And I felt when I stepped into it, it was like time stopped. It just went like, and I was just like I was nowhere and everywhere in a way. And I could see there was like a red solar system, an orange. It was almost like the chakra system of the universe. I was seeing red, orange, yellow. And I started to drift off to the red one, and my spirit guides grabbed me and said, "Oh, no, no, no. You cannot go there. You will die because you won't be able to stop and you will go all the way up and out and back home." So I'm like, well, at least I know the way home when it's time because it's like the universe has a chakra system that takes us back. It was interesting. So all of that to say, Spirit wanted to share that. How can you develop your personal relationship with the divine or higher power? I, they were like, go sit on the moon. So, like they said, go off planet, step away out of everything, and just go sit on the moon and meditate. And that's what I do. I have a meditation that I do where I just drift up and I just drift up and up and up and up, and then I just go sit up on the moon and it just makes everything on the earth seem so small and it's so quiet out there. And it just feels you can just feel the love that's unconditional out there. It's just almost like it's free, right? Yeah. So go sit out on the moon and yeah, enjoy that. Just get away from it all, right? And the more and meditation, for me, it's like prayer, but it's communion. That's a good word for it. It's communion with them. It's not just talking to them. It's not just sitting in silence for me. It's not just trying to listen to them. It's a conversation. It's communion with them. So that's what's coming in there. So hopefully that helps, random. And many blessings to you. Hey, LA. Oh, thank you for your donation, LA. Sorry. It kind of blended in with my post there. So sorry. And you want to know, why has Steven's energy changed toward your case? He seemed eager to settle before. Oh, let's take a look here. Yeah, maybe he's in a bad mood. Let's take a look. Well, you know what I want to do is okay, I want to pull. You are very welcome. Let's take a look here. Yeah. He just needs to balance back. He's out of balance. I got the moon card, which for me, with what I was just talking about a little bit ago, no, he's in a mood. He's in his mood. Moony, mood. I just feel like whatever the energies of the moon, they're just like, rah, 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 rah. I just feel like they're in a bad mood. But what I want to do is I've got these cards from Esther and Jerry Hicks who um channel Abraham, Did I already pull these for you? I feel like I did, maybe. Sorry if I did, but we want to pull some more. So the money and the law of attraction card. Let's see what's going on here. What do they want you to know? I know, right? After he gives me that. So you've got this card coming in here, which is card 17. And it says the law of attraction adds power to both problems and solutions. Oh, sorry. I guess I can show you the back too. And that says the realization that something is not as you want it to be is an important first step. But once you have identified that, the faster you are able to turn your attention in the direction of a solution, the better. Because a continuing exploration of the problem will prevent you from finding the solution. The problem is a different vibrational frequency from the solution, and all thoughts or vibrations are affected by or managed by the law of attraction. So, and like you said, they're going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Possibly your energy, your fear around it are going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Maybe, maybe, maybe. Yeah. Because here we've got this beautiful card, which is card 54, which says appreciation and gratitude are different vibrational states. There it goes. Sorry. Maybe a little less glare there. I'm going to read it anyway. But when you feel gratitude, often you're looking at a difficulty that you've overcome, but there is still some of that struggle vibration present. Ooh, okay, here we go. The state of appreciation is seeing whatever you're looking at through the eyes of source, through the eyes of creator. Mm. You could walk down a crowded street with all kinds of things that a lot of other people would find reason to criticize or worry about, and you would not have access to them because your vibration of appreciation is picking out for you things of a different vibrational nature. Wow, you might have to rewind that a couple times. Sit with that. When you have this energy of even the energy of gratitude, the attitude of gratitude can have some struggles still attached to it. But when you look at appreciation for what you're going through or what is happening, you're seeing it through the eyes of creator going, okay, I don't need to struggle through this. I'm going to see the whole situation through your eyes. And that's different. It's like sitting on the moon we just talked about. When you sit on the moon and look down at your lawsuit with them, what does it all mean? It's nothing. That's what you can look at it. You can release it and appreciate for the lesson that it's been, what you've learned about yourself, and it's a new type of energy appreciation, right? So I feel like that's what's going in here. I feel like that's why their energy changed because your energy changed. You were eager to settle before, but then did some fear creep in? Um, and if you haven't set an alarm on your phone for gratitude and appreciation, do it. Do it. It will change everything. All right. But that's what they have for you. Many blessings to you. Thank you again for that donation there, LA. All right, everybody. I'm going to close down this session today. I will be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Mountain Time in the morning, and then also 7 p.m. Mountain Time tomorrow night. And stay tuned because I'm working on memberships. What? I know. I should have them all ready to roll out next weekend. I'll probably do it on Friday. So stay tuned. I'm excited on what I'm going to be able to offer. And as always, I appreciate all of your guys' support and love, your thumbs up, being here, thirsting after and hearing from spirit. I know not everyone can donate in their life, so being present all the videos that guys watch, all the thumbs up you give the videos, the comments, all those things help. And so thank you. I just appreciate every single one of you, what you're able to do. You're all part of this love tsunami and our soul family we have here. So thank you guys. I appreciate you so much. And know as you're going throughout each and every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you guys again, much love to you. Have a great rest of your night or day, wherever you're out in the world. And we'll see you soon. Until then, take care of yourselves and we'll see you.